Welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my own gang rigs for diver duck decoys. Now, there are a lot of videos out on YouTube right now about it. However, when I was researching them, I didn't really find any good ones. So today I'm going to go in depth and show you how I make my own for cheap and how I think they're better. So let's get started with the materials you're going to need. Of course, you're going to first need some decoys. Like here I've got a bluebill. This is by Higdon Decoys. Then you're going to need some decoy line. This came in a 500-foot spool. You can get it cheaper the more you buy, just like a lot of this stuff. You're going to need some weights. These are 10-ounce bank sinkers. You're going to need some fishing swivels, and buy those in the biggest size you can. Then you'll want some crimps. And the last thing is going to be a crimping pliers. Plus, an extra optional thing which I do is you can get these lunch meat containers here, and what you do is take that as well as an additional lid, and we're going to make a spool out of that. I'll show you in a little bit how we do that. So before we get started, I just want to say that if you're looking for the picture of how I'm doing this, I'll put that at the end of the video, so if you want to skip to then, you can see the assembled rig. Now that we've got the materials, the first thing we're going to do is make the little rig like this that hooks onto your decoys and you can clip to the long line. So what we're going to do for that is you're just going to need your decoy, the crimping pliers, and some crimps, as well as your fishing swivel. So what I do is I measure out my line into a 40-inch strip. So you can see I've got that right here. And what we're going to do is slide the crimp on. Then we're going to slide our decoy on it. Slide it back, slide the line back through the crimp, and then we're ready to pinch it down. So just like that, we've got that hooked on. Now the next part we're going to do here with this is go to the other end. You're going to need one crimp, and we're going to stick that on. And then we're going to take the fishing swivel, stick that on our line, and put it back on. What this swivel is going to do is give us something to hook onto our long lines. And there you can see it's done. So now we've got something to hook onto the loops that we're going to put on our long lines. Now for the long lines, what I do is I hook on a bank sinker, like I said, the 10-ounce bank sinkers. Just crimp that onto the end of your line, and then what I do is measure 30 feet, and I'll put the first loop. So what the loop consists of is just a crimped little loop, and that is where you can attach your decoys. So what you're going to do is just take your little swivel, hook it on. Now your decoy can float up, and all of your decoys are hooked onto one line, so it's easy to clean up. And when you're fishing in deep water, you want a lot of weight, so you don't have to worry about weighting each individual decoy. Plus, if you're in the cold weather, it's a lot easier to clean up, and it's really, you can stay warm. So I put those loops every 5 feet, and I have 6 of those on this particular rig. I run 12 on some, and that just is personal preference, however many you want. And then I run 30 feet down to the next sinker. So now for the lunch meat container. What I do with that is I've got a container here with a lid, and then what I've done is taken another lid and hot glued it to the other side. So I also took and cut a little slit in the side there. So what I can do is take the weights here, and we're going to stick that into the center of the box and pull the line out through the side of that cut we made. And now what you can do is wrap your line all around there. You can wrap it all up and then put the lid on. Your sinkers are in there, your line's tight, and you're ready to go to the water. Once that's all rigged up, here's what it looks like. And you can see on here I've got 85 foot with 6 loops. That means they're 5 foot apart, 30-inch drops, and then we've got the 6 loops for 6 decoys. But you can change that depending on what you want. So that way, once I get to the water, I know what I've got here, and we're ready to put them out. So I hope that helped you guys get an idea of what you're going to do for your diver decoys. And I know there weren't very good videos when I looked, so I hope this helps you guys. And let me know if you got any suggestions, anything you've tried and that you like better. So thank you guys for watching, and here's the clip of what it looks like.